Hi, welcome to Classic Christmas Films and Literature. I am Kim Swanigan, and I am very excited to be your instructor for this course. I look forward to getting to know each of you through email and other information that we share through the class, and I hope that it's a fun experience for you. I have lived in Colorado for most of my life, love it there, but my family has recently relocated to Atlanta, Georgia for my husband's job. So it's been a big transition for our family and we're getting used to it, but it is a lot different than it was in Colorado. So for those of you in Colorado, I hope you're enjoying it. Those of you in other parts of the country, welcome to you as well. I look forward to hearing about where you live and hearing how perhaps where you live impacts the way you celebrate the holidays. But I share that information to say I have taught this course before. I taught it last year in SEAT in North Glen, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great time looking at all these different books, these pieces of literature, and these films, and then talking about how all those themes and ideas impact the way we celebrate the holiday. So I hope that it's a fun experience for you as well. I look forward to helping you along the way and to working with you as we work through this course. I wanted to start by talking about the textbooks for the class. And the first one that you hopefully have gotten your hands on is this one, A Christmas, A Candid History. And this book will give you a ton of insight and information into Christmas and why we celebrate certain things the way that we do and how our culture has created a lot of our celebrations. Super interesting, really important because a lot of the information that we discuss in the threaded discussions and in the papers will come from this book. The other required text is this Treasury of Christmas Classics. This was put together by Colorado Christian University, and I hope that you will make sure to get a copy of this. It's, again, very important for our threaded discussions and for the papers that we will be doing, particularly the Christmas Carol text by Charles Dickens that we will be looking at later on. So those two are required. This book is one that I really like a lot. It's called A Not So Silent Night by Verlyn Verbrugge. This is a great book that gives a ton of insight into the biblical Christmas story. It helps kind of change our assumptions about what we picture in our mind as Christmas, the way perhaps we grew up hearing the story or understanding the story. Really gives a lot of great information into the biblical story. And the other book is the book Silent Night, the story of the World War I Christmas truce. And many of us have heard this story, or it's been used in a sermon illustration perhaps. This is a good book, and it's not required for everyone. It is one of the options for the final paper. So if it's something that interests you, if you really enjoy history or perhaps fiction or stories related to war, you will really enjoy this book. So hopefully that helps a little bit with the reading. For this first session, what we're going to be primarily looking at is the biblical story of Christmas, looking at the themes and the ideas that come from the biblical story that then impact some of the cultural practices that we have inherited, as well as how those themes and ideas are put into film and into literature to help us define this holiday. So I hope this week you'll take time to read those passages in the Bible, look at those stories again, and maybe take a new look at those stories, both in Matthew and in the first few chapters of Luke. I hope that the insight in the reading and also from the PowerPoint presentation that I have linked under doc sharing will give you some new insight and really help open up this whole discussion about Christmas as we get started. So for session 1, we have your class biography that I'm looking forward to reading, and we also have a threaded discussion. I really hope to see how you connect what we read with what we discuss in that threaded discussion. So I look forward to seeing your ideas about the reading reflected in that discussion. Again, I look forward to getting to know each of you, reading your biographies and your papers. I am here whenever you need me. Of course, I am in the Eastern time zone now, so if you are in the West or in the mountain time zone, just be aware that if you send me an email at 9:30 or something, I probably won't see it until the next morning. But I do return emails very quickly. So if you have a question, an email probably is the best way to get a hold of me. And I look really forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will sign off for this week and look forward to talking to each of you. Take care.